Bladder instability and wetting in girls. Hi, I'm Professor Paddy Dewan. I'm a paediatric urologist, which means I'm a children's plumber. A common problem in our community, in every school in Australia that has pre-teenage girls, young girls from the age of sort of 4 to 12 really, there will be wetting that is occurring, the pattern of which is not fully understood always. The clue to the bladder instability, most significantly, is when a girl sits on her foot to stop herself from wetting. So what is happening there is the bladder is spasming and the sphincter muscle that's trying to hold it in can't hold it. And so the girl sits on her foot to block the outlet. Girls around the world learn how to do that to keep themselves dry. The reason it's a spasm and not her being lazy about going to the toilet is because the bladder is only half or a third full when it's spasming. It's a little like the phenomenon where you might be watching television, you think, I'll go to the toilet in the next ad break. Then you find yourself about to go to bed. Oh, I thought I wanted to go to the toilet earlier. And you go to the toilet, but it's been a long time between the first sense and you really needing to go. With a girl with bladder instability, instead of getting that first little reminder, they have a bladder spasm that tries to empty the bladder. So wetting with infections happens, and sometimes there's wetting at night, but not much wetting during the day because the girl stops drinking during the day. So what appears to be maybe infections that are not really confirmed, the girl should have an ultrasound to check things out. The communication between the parent and the child about the phenomenon is really empowering to the family. The lazy child, being the child with a bladder instability, is the communication with the parents that results in the girl being right. She didn't need to go to the toilet because her bladder wasn't full, but wrong, she should go to the toilet more often so she doesn't get the spasms that causes the wetting. So the solution for these girls is understanding of the phenomenology. It's bladder spasm, it's not naughty girls. They do need to drink more during the day, and they're made safe to drink more by being on medication that stops the bladder spasming so much. So how do we deal with these girls? First of all, there's recognition that if they're wetting a little bit, they're squatting onto their foot, they're having urinary tract infections, they should have an ultrasound to check their urinary tract. Then communication to the family to understand the phenomenon and the medication that stops the bladder spasm to allow the problem to resolve, usually over a relatively short period of time. If your girl has been having recurrent infections and wetting, come and see me. We'll organise for a urine to be checked, for an ultrasound to be performed, for her to make sure that she knows to be on a good diet of fluid and fibre, and to have an abdominal x-ray that looks to see how full her bowel is and what her spine looks like. So come and see me and we can usually get her much drier and less infections.